Oh, you're gonna love this guy.
No one will ever tell me what to do. I live a life of freedom because I don't care what regulations come out in this country. I don't care what they try to do. You can't fucking tell me what to do. I'm the fucking king.
Okay, so the guy's name is Jeremiah, but he calls himself the Bull. But we're just gonna call him Jeremiah because the Bull is a terrible name. Now Jeremiah, he's around 24 when this story starts, and he's living in Utah, and bro really wants to make money. Like, lots of money. So one day, around 2019, he comes up with the perfect plan to do it. He's gonna become an alpha male influencer and maybe possibly scam some people in the process. And so he creates a YouTube channel, and he eventually starts posting there. And he also starts posting inspirational quotes and workout pics on his Instagram. And he puts Christ is King at the top of his TikTok. You know, the whole bit. As it seems like he's really trying to lean into this alpha male persona.
Average is the problem. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to get everyone to understand is being average, choosing to be mediocre. That's the problem.
But whatever, that's fine. Being an alpha bro influencer is just not a crime. But here's where the crime starts to come in. Jeremiah also creates a company called Alpha Influence. And Alpha Influence sells fully automated Amazon dropshipping stores to people. And for the low price of $40,000, you too can invest in Alpha Influence and be a manager of your very own Amazon dropshipping store.
Start a business where you have unlimited income.
Here's the problem for Jeremiah, though. Most people don't have 40 grand to spend on the opportunity to run an Amazon store. So he comes up with a deal where you can give him a down payment of only $4,000. And then his company will give you a script on the best way to apply for multiple credit cards. So then I guess you can get the rest of the money to him through the credit cards. This immediately sounds like a terrible deal. It also sounds scammy as fuck. But whatever, this is what Jeremiah is offering. So he starts pushing it out to his online audience. He also pushes it out to his own personal network of friends, family, and acquaintances. He tells them they're all gonna see a return on their investment within the next 12 to 18 months. They're all gonna be so rich. Here's the thing though. He actually lies to his clients about how much his business has made so far. He even lies about how long the business has been around. Like, yeah, I've had this company for like centuries, bro, or whatever. He also shows his clients testimonials of success and other people who have done so well, but he's just bullshitting them. Regardless, people believe him. And pretty soon, he's gotten hundreds of investors to sign up for Alpha Influence. And he starts making tons of money, like millions of dollars. Like, he can't believe how easy his plan has come together.
To this day, 1 year ago, August 1st, 2020, we have done $12 million in sales. $12 million. I just bought a Lamborghini.
And like all influencers, now that he's making money, he's got to get on social media and show it. Like, here he is with a Lamborghini he bought. Here he is on a jet ski. Here he is buying a watch. Here he is with a private plane. Here he is with another private plane. Here he is on the private plane.
You have to treat yourself along the way. You have to spend money on yourself to actually validate yourself.
And of course, this is part of his sales pitch. Because if he's rich, then you could also be rich like him. See, that's how they lure people in. So he keeps making videos, flexing the money he's making.
I don't care what anyone says. When you have a Lamborghini, it gets more views, it gets more likes, it gets more comments. And that's not even why I bought it. I bought it just because I fucking wanted it.
And he keeps going. For a couple of years, he posts inspirational and motivational type videos left and right, telling people the best way to make more money.
Anyone who ever shits on a course or selling a course is a moron.
He does workshops and podcasts and speaking engagements, anything to get the word out. Because if he can be an alpha, so can you.
The world wants you to think that being an alpha is wrong, that it's toxic. The world wants you to think that being an alpha is douchey.
And to his credit, during this time, he really is rich. Like, he really has made a ton of money off all his clients by selling Amazon dropshipping stores. He now even has salesmen working underneath him.
And I'm 26 years old, and at this point, I own 7 businesses.
So bro is living the life. In fact, he's taking the top performers on his sales team to luxury events and vacations with private Airbnbs and private beaches and yacht trips. He'll rent a private jet, I guess, just to go to Vegas and party. And then in 2022, and this is my favorite part, he even founds a motivational convention called, are you ready for this? Alphacon. Here is a promotional graphic for it. And you can see that Jeremiah the Bull is right there in the middle. And so Alphacon, I guess it's this convention in Salt Lake City for nothing but alpha males. And they'll teach you how to be so manly like them. And also, I guess that they're gonna try to sell you some shit too.
Alphacon is a business conference made for you to help blow up your business in 2022. And you know what? It is about being an alpha.
And now Alphacon has got to be the funniest event I've ever heard of. It's exactly what it sounds like, a whole ass convention of Jeremiah and other alpha bros just flexing on stage and trying to sell courses and other stuff to other alpha bros.
I would not do that because I could have bought a really cool watch instead for 200 grand.
Well, Alphacon doesn't seem to change lives. It just seems like another way to sell things to gullible people. But whatever, it's working. Jeremiah is super rich now, and everything appears to be going great for him. Until... Now at this point, he's done a lot of scamming with his Amazon dropshipping store business. He's actually scammed $20 million from around 530 clients. Now eventually, the same year in 2022, his customers of Alpha Influence, the ones who bought into his Amazon store dropshipping business thing, they start realizing that what Jeremiah is pushing is all bullshit. Jeremiah is of course making money, but most of his customers only made a little bit of money back, or no money at all, because what he's selling them is nonsense. And to make it worse, apparently at some point Amazon changes its policies and starts shutting down stores for violating those policies about dropshipping. So now his customers' stores are getting shut down. And of course, Jeremiah's clients, they're all pissed off. They've invested all kinds of money into this only for their store to get shut down. So when the complaints start rolling in, Jeremiah essentially goes dark on everyone and he ghosts them. So now all these people are really pissed, and people file at least 51 different complaints with Utah's Division of Consumer Protection. And at some point, the FBI gets involved and they start investigating, and ultimately they conclude that what Jeremiah has been selling is just one big scam. And so, bam, they arrest him. And I don't have a mugshot, but here's a picture of him holding up a sales award. And ultimately, he pleads guilty to securities fraud and money laundering, and he gets sentenced to 8 years in prison.